So some of you may be wondering, I can factor out perfect squares, sure, which ones are the perfect squares? What does that even mean? So that means the numbers that when I multiply them by themselves, I get these answers. So, for example, 4 is a perfect square because it's 2 times 2. 1 is a perfect square because it's 1 times 1, but it's not a very interesting thing if we're talking about factoring square roots, so we don't really worry about that one. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 25. And so on down the line. These are just 6 times 6 is 36, 5 times 5 is 25. So these are my perfect squares. I recommend putting these into your math notebook up through either 10 squared or 12 squared, because these are the numbers that'll be really useful to be able to factor out of something if you're trying to simplify a square root. And knowing which ones to check is a little bit of intuition and a little bit of knowing factoring patterns, and it's something that you'll get better at with practice. But if you see one of these, or one of the bigger ones that I didn't write, you'll know, oh, that's what I should pull out for my square roots, because the square root of 16 is going to be 4. The square root of 9 is going to be 3. It's just going backwards in this pattern. So keep your perfect squares in mind. That's what you're trying to do when you're trying to simplify square roots.